Wolf pack, more like a six-pack. Okay people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Today I'm taking a look at the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series Clone Commander Wolffe. Now this is a GameStop slash Barnes&Noble slash Disney store exclusive. I had to remember those in order. And then right now I think it's available on GameStop and BarnesandNoble.com. It's back ordered on Disney store for whatever reason. I'm not even sure if it's even been up there, but I got mine from GameStop. That's all that matters. Looking at the package, it's your standard black with the red background figure in the window. I wish they'd changed it up a little bit like Walmart did with the Mimban Trooper. I like that it was unique. No number on the end because it is the exclusive. On the back, the pretty picture again, the bio for Commander Wolffe. Down here's the warnings, the unreadables. Probably says something like, this is the third, fourth, fifth time you've bought this figure with it just slight changes. It really surprises me that they didn't put Clone on the end instead of just his name, but I like that they put Wolffe. It works, it fits. On top, pitch blackness. On bottom, the legalese, more unreadables, barcode. But I'm gonna get this out of the box and see if this is more Rex or more original clone. And there we go, all out of the package. And as much as I love clones, as much as I love stormtroopers, troopers in general, it's kind of a shame that the reuse here was wrong. Looking at the body, there's nothing wrong with the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series Clone Trooper sculpt. It's nice, it looks like a dude in armor. Just the range of movement, which we'll get into here in a minute, is a little bit hindered. But it's a pretty sharp sculpt. They do a good job with their troopers. Coming down, you have the double knee, you come down to the boot, it has the little buckle on the side. But what makes this Wolffe is the paint job. You have this nice design over on this shoulder, you have the Wolf pack over on this side. And usually I'd gripe about stuff like this where the line isn't as sharp as what I feel like it could be. You can see it's kind of fuzzy right there. Down here on the leg. I'm gonna chalk this up to a dude who took his armor, customized it, gave it a quick spray job before heading out to battle, That fits into my thought on the armor itself. And then get up to the head, they're still using that Tamura Morrison sculpt that I feel like is pretty damn close to his look. This looks even closer because of the hair sculpt they did for Wolffe. But I wish they had stuck with the photo real. This looks painted on. It's a good paint job, don't get me wrong. I just dig on photo real better. But they did a good job of making this look scar-like on this side, almost fresh. And as I mentioned, the real shame here is that they went back to that first clone trooper sculpt for the whole body, which means that he's very hindered in the elbow there. With Rex, they cut out some of the bicep, they cut out some of the forearm, so he got good range of motion up and past 90. Not so much for Wolffe, so he falls in with that original group of clones. He falls in with Cody. I think Gree uses those arms too. I think Rex was the first to use the modified elbows. But he does use Rex's belt with the double holsters, and the Kama looks the same as Rex's, but it's made out of a different material that's kind of softer and it lays a little bit better. Rex's kind of has a plastic feel to it. This is more cloth-like. It could be the same stuff, but what do I know? I'm not a cloth expert. And then he uses the shoulder pad from Cody with that antenna on it. So they didn't reuse everything from that first clone trooper, but I'd say it's 97% belt, shoulder pad, head. Now going over articulation, there's a ball going up into the head with a hinge in the neck. He can bury his chin down to his armor. He can look up about that far. Not a lot of tilt. The socket isn't that deep. It doesn't have a lot of clearance under there. Swivel. The shoulder pad gets in the way of the arm coming up on the hinge and swivel. Goes up to about right there. Swivels around. Bicep swivel. Double elbow, but comes up to pretty much 90. Hinge and swivel at the wrist, up and down for gun firing. Yes, swivel. Ball joint in the torso, but you get a little tilt, you get barely a little forward, barely a little back. It's the armor here running into the belt. Ball coming out to the hip can get forward. If you rotate, you can get a little bit more. Back, out, swivel at the thigh. Double knee, not quite all the way up, but pretty good range. Hinge at the ankle, the armor back here gets in the way, but he gets good forward. And then forward facing pin for rocker. For accessories, he comes with dual pistols. Again, this is reused from Rex. Good sculpt on both, but no paint at all. It's just cast in that kind of gunmetal black. Works well in the holster and in the trigger finger hand, but unfortunately the left hand doesn't have a trigger finger. He can hold the pistol. I need to get in there and slice the trigger finger or something away so he can hold it properly. And then he comes with his unique helmet. And I say unique, I'm pretty sure we haven't seen this in the Black Series. It looks great, really. It's shaped differently than your standard clone trooper, especially down here at the bottom. And then, of course, the gray paint scheme follows up from the rest of the uniform. A little bit of damage, a little bit of copperish color, and then this viewfinder is articulated and comes down. It was a little paint stuck out of the package, but there was a snap and a moment of fear, and yeah, then it moves. But like Rex, putting it on, it feels like it pushes against his nose. And with Rex, I got a little deformation of the nose from having the helmet on too long. Oops. So I don't know if I'll keep this on for too long a time. But having it on, it kind of balances out the proportions of the armor overall. For comparison, here he is with the rest of the commanders and captains and what have you. And I was completely wrong about the reuse of the shoulder pad between Cody and Wolffe. Wolffe's antenna lays down a little bit more, Cody's raises up. And at first I thought that's just some plastic warpage. No, it's a new sculpt. So besides his helmet and head underneath, he did get a new part. But this looks fantastic. Look at them all together. Wolffe is the one I'm most unfamiliar with, but having that gray color scheme in there and the nice shoulder pad paints, the Wolfpack thing, ooh, this just, it looks good. Here he is with the Bandai Star Wars Model Kit Clone Trooper. But if you don't have the model kit, here's the Star Wars Black Series clone. I pretty much same thing. There you go. And then as always, here he is with Gus. I think I met your brother a few years back. That wasn't my brother. Your uncle? Nope, not my uncle either. Had to be your cousin then, because the resemblance is uncanny. Not a cousin, we're clones. Clones? Is that like when your mom's your aunt and your sister at the same time? And I'm done. So at the end of the day, just another great addition to the shelf. Like I said, I love Stormtroopers, I love clones. This just hits that string, you know, down in my heart. You throw a different color on it, some damage, different head, and I'm in. It's kind of a shame that they didn't fix that elbow. They didn't go with the Rex arm, but I guess, what you gonna do? If you like the review, comment, like, subscribe. I'll catch you on the Fwoosh.